should the Warriors be 6-point favorites with all these injuries?
I got no problems with it. I got no problems with it. Let me be very, very, very clear. The series is tied 1-1. That means automatically the series has to go back to Toronto for at least a game 5. But make no mistake about it. If Klay Thompson is healthy, all right, and what I mean by that is if he plays. If he plays, and Cousins plays, and Iguodala plays, it's a wrap. You understand? It's going to close it down right here in this town. I've said this on many, many, many occasions, and people don't really get this, and they're not understanding this outside. Oakland is special, you understand? This is the last stand at the Oracle. The 2-time reigning defending NBA champions ain't going out like that. It's a wrap. They're gonna smoke them tomorrow night. They're gonna come back Friday night. They're gonna handle their business, all right? And whether this series ends in 5 or 6 is going to depend completely on their mood. Do we want to close it out at Jurassic Park, or do we want to come back and close it out in front of the peeps right here in Oaktown? That's what is happening here. It's very, very simple to me. They're sure it's a 6-point favorite. It's absolutely justified as far as I'm concerned. Matter of fact, I expect Toronto to lose by more than that tomorrow night.
Toronto's going to win one of these 2 games. This is going to be an extended series. First of all, no, they shouldn't be 6-point favorites because not only are you down KD, let's assume for a second you're down Klay, and we know you're down Looney. Like, how many guys can you lose before you're not the same team? Now, the heart and soul of the team is Steph and Draymond. Let's face it. And by the way, Iguodala, he's always in the middle of everything good that happens for this team. Steph, Draymond, and Iguodala means you got a shot. You're at home, means you got a good chance. However, look at the first 2 games. You guys were outplayed by Toronto. The real reason you won game 2 was Toronto couldn't hit a shot, including their open shots. And I'll say something else. Someone, when I came in here, where is he, said, put some respect on Steph's name. There it is. First of all, I remember game 7 here at Oracle against Cleveland and LeBron James. And I was doing a show called Sports Nation at the time. And I was saying, this is Steph's world. I know LeBron's bigger, he should be better, but the way the game is played today, Steph's the best player in the game. Watch, they're about to win the whole thing. And I watched LeBron come in here, and Steph, the conductor of the greatest half-court orchestra in the history of basketball, couldn't get a single point in the last 4 minutes and 22 seconds. So this is what I do. It's not about respect, not respect. Steph's a great player. What I do is I see what happens, and then I'm not afraid to tell you about it. I have not seen Steph with the chips on the line in the finals at the end of tough, close games be the Steph Curry we all know and love. So should they be 6-point favorites without KD, without Klay, without his pick and roll, like Looney, at least, secondary to Draymond? Can Boogie do what he did in game 2 again? Considering, maybe, but even if they do all that, if the Raptors simply hit their open shots, it ain't a cakewalk. Even if you win, it ain't a cakewalk. 6-point favorites? No, not 6-point favorites.
Here's the bottom line. Couple of things. Hold on. Couple of things to point out. You're absolutely right. You ain't afraid to watch what happened and tell us what happened based on what you saw. Sky's blue. I ain't scared to say it either, okay? But the question is, you're going to tell us what you think. And that's really what this comes down to. Secondly, you keep bringing up stuff from 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I had an afro, and you didn't have facial hair. Number 3, when you look at the Golden State Warriors and what's going on right now, the fact of the matter is, when you look at Kawhi, you have been raving about Kawhi Leonard and how phenomenal he is, but in the same breath, Kawhi is hurt. Kawhi has not been himself. Right. He's dragging that leg now. And so when we're talking about a hobbled Kawhi Leonard, what we're asking ourselves is, who's the guy on the Toronto Raptors that you believe can walk into the Oracle amongst these peeps and says, yo, I got this. I don't see anybody
That's a great
on
point.
Toronto that can do that.
That's a great point. Let me remind you, Kawhi's clearly hobbled. His shot wasn't falling. He still gave you, what, 34? But I get it. Kawhi is
On 40% shooting.
He kept them in the
On
game. And by the
40%
way,
shooting.
let's not go 4 years ago to what happened at Oracle in Game 7 to the 73-win team. You realize if Steph scores a single basket, right? One possession where he scores, then you're going to go down in history as the greatest team of all time in the history of American team sports, but they couldn't muster a single bucket in the last 42. Let's not go back 4 years. Let's go back 36 hours. The last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Not a single point.
So?
As a matter of fact, it was a lucky break that wasn't a turnover, and it wound up in the hands of Iguodala, who, by the way, game on the line. I want Iguodala taking that shot. Took it and hit it. But like by the skin of your teeth with the Raptors missing every shot. Why does 5 minutes go by? They're playing a box.
You're the guy that said you're the same guy that talked
box
about.
and one does that
You're
too?
the same guy that talked about Mars if everything was on the line. And I forgot what analogy you used.
Mars got the death beat.
You understand? Oh, I'm gonna take Iguodala.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, you're just saying, oh, but he was lucky by the skin of his teeth.
No.
Which one is it?
No.
You either believe or you don't believe.
No.
He made the shot, did he
Iguodala's
not?
not lucky. They were lucky it wound up in his hands, and it wasn't a Steph Curry turnover.
Did he make the shot?
He did.
Did he make the shot?
Yes, he bailed
Thank you
Steph
very
out.
much.
He bailed them out.
That's right. And oh, by the way,
Bailed them out.
did he bail them out when they went on an 18-0 run? 20-0 if you count the last 2 points in the first half, which hasn't been done since the damn merger. Listen,
No doubt. What do you
48 minutes,
Steph's
it
not a
happens.
great player?
48 minutes happens. Things happen over the course of 48 minutes.
Yeah, you know what doesn't
So
happen? They don't seem to score in the last 5 minutes of the game.
So twice in 5 years, they don't seem to score in the last 5 minutes.
Remember any fourth quarter?
Twice in 5
Do you
years.
remember any fourth quarter heroics from Steph?
No, I do
Me
not.
neither.